Well, hopefully that's playing on the screen. Actual recording is playing there, and you can see that. If we turn it off now, and then make sure that on the screen, or however I am, because it's shouldn't play now, shit. Maybe they should fix calm, maybe that's better. And then, if we go to there we are. So hopefully this is working. We shall find out if it is working in time, I suppose. Only in good time. All in good time. So hopefully this is recording and maybe even going live. I'm not sure if it will be going live or not. But if it isn't going live, then don't worry, because I will be recording it later. I'm letting it go live later. It's not live now, that's for sure. But let me just make sure it's not. Because I could be relaxed on if it's not, huh? Doesn't look like it is, because it would be saying it somewhere on my Facebook if it was. So what's happening then? No. Certainly isn't. Maybe I'll have to go live on the Facebook then. Is that what it is? Because it says it's live here, but is it no? Because it was working down here now, isn't it? It's running late on it, no? Hang on. There's a delay right there. So what happens if I go live then? Does that mean I'm live? Should we see? Should we see what happens? Press that. Now, I'm not sure if that's happening, but it said it's live there. This is all very exciting, isn't it? Hey? But then is it really it's recording here, no? So it should be recording here. And then in theory, if I got it right, it should be going live on here, which would make sense, wouldn't it? I've not done this for a little while, so I thought I'd do it now. Why not? I have nothing of any importance to say, and now is as good a time as any to. Oh, there he goes. So it's going live. And it's working. I think it's working, I don't know. But there it is. So look, I've not done this for a little while. And so I thought now felt like the right time to just do this now. And that's just to give you all an update on life. Life as I see it, life as you might see it, life as you may not see it. I've had a crazy, every day is crazy, every week is crazy. It's relentless. And I think I get inspired by, I don't think I get inspired. I know I get inspired by the people who try and pull you down and make you not who you want to be, because in a world where we all need to be our true, authentic selves, we need to practice living in the now. It's not very easy to do that when people around you don't want you to be that way, or they don't like how you are because you're a bit different to them. And that's always sad. Well, it is for me anyway. So one thing I want to run through is about living in the now. What I've been working on myself a lot recently is living in the now and the practice of being fully present and engaged with life and the enduring moment that lies at the heart of most of the things we do. But let me tell you first about the weekend. Because it was a funny weekend. And that was I fell asleep on the tube platform. Now that might be because I was too tired. I'd had a couple of pints of Guinness, granted. Not a lot of Guinness. I wasn't going out getting smashed. But then I did have a few. And I fell asleep, and the security guards couldn't wake me up. So they had to babysit me to make sure that I didn't fall asleep and roll into the platform and roll onto the tube tracks, which would be all not intentional. But they woke me up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I realised then that I'd lost my phone, and it was going to be a bit difficult to get home. First thing first, I salute the Euston staff and the train station people for going up with me and supporting me. Well done to the police that didn't do nothing and didn't expect you to do anything, but there you go. But more importantly, thank you to the 3 store in Watford for really pushing my buttons, getting in my gears. And then thank you for the person who I employed, apparently, some years ago at 3 Mobile, who clearly still works there, but he didn't keen on me, never was on loads of things. But even so more, I think he sort of embarrassed himself a little bit, because I've criticised 3 quite heavily, and rightly so, in my opinion. I think dwell on it. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm just going to talk about it because that's what we do. That's what I do. But then I had to get a SIM swap. So basically, I had to get a SIM swap, and I haven't got no photo ID, nothing tangible, nothing there. Without my phone number, I can't access my bank. Without my phone number, I can't call the bank and set up my bank cards. Or I can't go online and I can't stop my bank card from being used with a one-time password. Without the phone number, my daughter can't call me. My phone number, I can't call my daughter. Everything is based on that phone number. So when you lose your phone, you need your phone number back on, active straight away. Now, it takes literally 30 seconds to do a SIM swap, 30 seconds. But not if you work as a manager in Watford 3-store. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Now, I took pride, and I take pride in what I've achieved at 3 Mobile. And that doesn't mean, Mr. Whoever you were, that important, but whoever you were, what's his name? Cuckoo! Christopher Smith. Thank you, Christopher Smith, for being bemused that I took the time to type this out after working for it in a shop for so long. Absolutely bemuses me. In a shop for so long. Absolutely bemuses me. Well, first thing was, I didn't type it, transcribed it, I said it, and it typed it for me. And the fact that it bemuses you suggests that you have belief that you are of a higher knowledge or power than me, or a higher above me, or something, bemuses you. I bemuse you. That's how I'm interpreting that. And that's what I said. In fact, I'm bemused you and perplexed. I don't even know you. That's what I said. If I support Cambridge United, just because Cambridge United goes shit doesn't mean I'm going to stop supporting them. 3 Mobile have gone shit. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop supporting them. No, I've come close, but I haven't left them yet. And people should be happy with that. They should be happy with that. Does it mean I'm complaining a little bit more? Yes, I'm complaining a little bit more. Does it mean I shouldn't complain? No. Especially when, okay, you need a little bit of common sense, right? You need a little bit of common sense. He's lost his SIM card. You can validate who he is. He has got a picture of a passport. Oh, that's not a complete process. We can't do that. You can what you do is you take a photocopy of that said passport, don't you? Yes, I'll take a photocopy of that. And you scan it and you get a code. And yes, I do get that. That's right. So why can't I just send you a picture of said passport? And it's me. I used to work for 3 Mobile. I am me. It's not a fraudulent thing. It may not be processed per se, but you're not doing anything wrong, because actually looking after a customer, it's a genuine customer, genuine problem, and you're actually resolving the issue. You've not followed company process and protocol, but you looked after the customer, and the customer experiences. That customer's going to come back and shop with you now because you've looked after them. You bent the rules to make sure that they're okay. That's all we had to do. And if you didn't want to do that, all he had to do was give me a blank contract SIM card that I could then call customer services with no ID, funny enough, give them the ICC ID number, the long card number, and they activate it for you. Now, this is where the plank and the team in Watford, apart from one guy, I'll name you where, he's a cola legend, right? He didn't recognise me first of all. I didn't recognise him first of all. It was 4 years ago I left 3. Pretty long back, to be honest. But he didn't recognise me, so I disappeared. I was arguing with customer services for like 2 hours. Realised I was getting nowhere with them. Left, went home, tried calling customer services again, spoke to them live chat. And you know what? If you have got no paper ID, if you've got no paper ID whatsoever, no photo ID, nothing like that, imagine your house gets burnt down. Imagine your house gets burnt down and all your possessions are gone. You need your phone number to call the bank. You need your phone number to do this. You're going to go to 3 Mobile, and they're not going to give you your phone number because you're going to have to send an email, do this, do that, do this. You've got no access to the email. You've got no electricals. You've got no nothing. And all those every time I say, well, sorry, it's not my problem. Can't give you a SIM card. Can't validate the details about sending it out to you. Take 3 to 5 days. But I need my SIM card now because I don't have access to the bank. I can't do this. I can't do that. Sorry, 3 to 5 days. That's my policy comment process. Blame the business. And that's what they did to me. They treated me like some sort of mobhead. So I left. I come back and I spoke to this coder, not realising it was Tola. And I explained the situation to him, and he said, "Look, man," I said to him, "Look, I think things have changed because the processes have obviously changed since I was last year. I was still manager of the year. I used to take pride in services. There's no pride in this place and all, blah, blah." And what Coda agreed. And there is no pride. There is no direction. There is nothing. And that's the point. And that's why you get shit service, because there was no one's pride. No one's doing anything to be positive in that shop. That may not be like that in all 3 stores. In fact, I'm sure it probably is not like that in all 3 stores. But what happens when you've got someone with bad experience? They tell more people because it's bad, it's negative. I try not to tell too many people. I'll speak it on here. Might say it again. just to piss people off because they piss me off, but just to raise awareness, because I don't want people shopping in. I won't get back into the O'Neills in Watford because they threw me out there for no reason at all. Even looking, actually, I think was the only reason they threw me out there. Having a decent haircut. Didn't have this on my face then, obviously. That's gone down quite dramatically there, hasn't it? So I won't allow people to go to the three-store, not into the O'Neills. I'll say O'Neills door stuff for shit, and they are. And they totally bent the rules to throw me out of the building, which they didn't have to do, which was totally unnecessary. Now, I've food used there, but why should it be any different for 3Mobile? Because I used to work for it. If anything, that's more disappointing for me because I helped build that business in the same way as I predicted Carphone Warehouse would go out of business when I joined Carphone. Joined that Carphone, my first regional meeting, and I told them all that they're going to go out of business in about 3 to 5 years. They all laughed at me, they mocked me, they said I was talking shit. That was my first meeting with them all. What happens? Where are they now? Just saying. And the same thing's going to happen with 3Mobile. 3Mobile will not be on the high street within the next 3 to 5 years. They will merge and disappear into Vodafone. The British government do not want anything to do with the Chinese stuff on the high street, so they'll just disappear. And right now, we've got no direction, nothing. There may be even be a new network that comes out to replace them to keep competition where it needs to be, because we've got EE, O2 merged, BTEE merge. So that's leaving basically 2 networks, and Vodafone and Freema emerges. So you've basically got 3 networks, 3 big player networks now. And as with everything, it's all getting controlled by people at the top and people above the government. You know who they are. If you don't, then you need to do so much. But then when you're doing your research, you'll begin to learn to realise that you need to live in the now. And that's what we're going to talk about in a bit. But going back to my point, in the 3-store, when Coda realised who I was, he's like, oh my God, you're just... You know, the manager come out, me knowing that I just need a blank SIM card to call customer services up and get them to activate my SIM card. Me knowing that, he knows that, but he didn't want me to. He didn't know who I was. So he's then made himself look like a dickhead, and he's come out and given me a pay-as-you-go SIM card, thinking that I'm going to go call 3 customer services, and then they're going to say, well, it's a pay-as-you-go SIM, why you give me a pay-as-you-go SIM? The manager knew that. The manager actually knew what he was doing, and he purposely went out of his way to give me a pay-as-you-go SIM that he did not put through the till. They did not take free ID for. He breached every single process that you could breach, but because he didn't want to breach the process to help a customer, give a customer experience. That's how fucked up that situation is. He breached process to actually prevent himself from breaching process to actually help a customer. And by breaching process to actually help a customer, would have got himself a sale for the back of it, because the customer would have been helped and he needed a phone. But instead he was a dick. And he was like, following process and following protocol. And then he's got this Chris, whatever his player name is on here, who obviously still works for 3Mobile, and obviously works in loss prevention or something somewhere. Because he's literally like, he asked me if I ever thought I'm a narcissist. Basically implying that I'm a narcissist. Like, what the fuck? Yes, I've often asked myself if I'm a narcissist. Thankfully, that's why I know that I'm not one. Jesus Christ. Have you asked yourself if you're a narcissist? No, because you wouldn't, because your shit doesn't stink, does it, by the sounds of it, Mr. Whatever your fucking name is, Christopher, whatever, Robbins, Christopher, whatever your name is. That's how important you are. You're as important as you give me something to talk about now. Yeah, and you are behind the context of the rest of what I'm going to speak about after I've told the story about the SIM card and included you in it. And it's quite a good, relevant story for I've made it relevant. So we'll be able to use it when we'll be able to use it. Just otherwise, just still listen to my dribble while I'm still going now. Especially if you like my dulcet tones and it's you got something better to do. It's now 23 in the morning. You're not asleep. You're awake and you're listening to my shit. That says more about you than what it does about me actually saying it. Just saying. But anyway, where we are. I saw just a few seconds line. So, Mr. whatever your name was, Christopher Smith. Was it Christopher Smith? Supporter of the worst shop that I've awarded. The best customer experience is 3-store. Yes, 3-store Watford. And he didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. It's Christopher Smith that apparently I recruited. He didn't like it at all. He goes on. What lessons have you taken from your tough time today? Was it positivity you spread with the status? I don't know any relevance of the stuff that you have commented over the last couple of hours, but I have nothing to do with what I was challenging you on. All I was saying was on a daily basis, in 3, you would have turned away multiple people trying to do what you wanted to do today. No, I would not. No, I fucking would not, and I didn't. You plonker. I changed the rules for people. You plonker. You put, as I quote, you seem like someone who likes to have their above us about me writing a status about demanding something in the store that we both know is our policy, and then gloating that you got your own way because someone recognised you as being the manager of the year at one point 10 years ago. Whether that actually happened or you just wanted to throw it in there or not, sure. No, that actually happened. It's Cola. What the fuck? You didn't recognise me from being some manager of the year either. You recognised me from working from the business. Bonker. Surely that is something that you promote now. I simply don't care about anything else you've written in the comments. It's just the personal attack on you. Just the status you've written. Spend the whole day trying to get a bucket replacement SIM card, you plonker. And what this shows is that the manager is a plonker. The manager should not be a manager. And while Christopher Smith wants to protect the manager from following a process that I would not have followed at all, I get asked, 90-day faulty handset exchanges. How do you think I got Lewisham from being the bottom performing store in the country, led by a plonker, Bacon, I was coming with his name now, Paul Bacon, plonker, who threw himself down some stairs so he could get Christmas off work, because he had to work Christmas, plonker. He was managing the Lewisham store, and he had run it into the ground. I went in there for 4 years and turned it around. From day dot, turned it around. Not easily, but I give him, when I first went in there, 90-day faulty handset exchanges. That's definitely not fucking following the rules, is it? And this Christopher Smith doesn't know what a maverick is because there's a maverick that wants to manage the year. Plonker. Anyway, that's what I was saying about that. So, but based on what I'm saying is, there is no service on the high street anymore. There is nothing. And that got inspired to just appreciate it now. And practicing what I talk about all the time, that lies at the heart of everything that I do, ultimately. So look, when we have, and this is the other thing, like, you're not being all, someone, this is the other thing, I'll come and name him, I can't remember his name, I'll find his name, and he'll know who he is. He fucking sent me a message, and we're around about that time now, he owes me money, he keeps sending me a message, like, yeah, I've not forgotten that, Jason, I'm going to give you money. You said that 4 months ago, mate, you said that 4 months, and he keeps coming to me every like 4 months, telling me he's going to give me the money. And I was a bit like, well, just don't tell me you're going to come and give me the money when you're saying the same thing every 3 months, 4 months. I've not seen the money. So stop embarrassing yourself and stop telling me you're going to get money. Let's just move on and forget about everything. Yes, I hope you get back. Yes, you're not appreciative of that. Yes, I get that. You're just a two-faced person. I get that. I'm used to being stabbed in the back now by people. That's my problem. Don't keep contacting me telling me you're going to pay me, but then not pay me. I think when I'm directly telling you that exactly just what I've just said, you get angry at me because I'm not being nice. You owe me money. I hope you get your kids back, and you don't want to pay me. Saying, and then you've got, yes, that's the other one. That's the one. So forgive me when I'm pointing out to people that I might say things you might not like, but ultimately we can't hold on to these negative things. We can be negative, we can be angry. We're all human. That's life. But we have a choice as to whether or not we hold on to that anger and we hold on to that hate and we hold on to that bitterness that we feel. And I have a thing that I don't. I try my hardest not to. Totally try my hardest not to hold on to any sort of hate, animosity, anything that's going to bring you negativity in your day or in your life or anything, because what we think and we feel, we bring into our reality. And that's fact, as far as I see it. That's another thing. Christopher Smith goes on to me. He goes on. Here's what we've got. Has he removed it? He's removed it. Yeah, he's removed it. Basically, that's me if I was a narcissist, but I asked him. Didn't want to pay any attention to the fact that, I've done all this stuff while having a really nice ex-wife, but there you go. I hope nothing bad ever happens to him. I sincerely hope nothing bad ever happens to him, because if he ever has to experience pain and hurt the way I've had to and other men have to, I don't think he's strong enough to survive. He's probably one of the ones that commit suicide. And I don't want anyone to commit suicide, which is why I don't want him to go through any pain. Simple. So, that heart lies at the heart of everything that I do and think and say. Living in the now, the practice of being fully present and engaged with life in the enduring moment, lies in the heart of numerous philosophical and spiritual traditions. That's fact. Yep. It's a concept rich in simplicity, yet profound in its performance. Implication that has massive implications for transforming the fabric of our existence. To dwell in the present is to sip from the wellspring of life itself, unencumbered by the shadows of the past and the spectres of the future. Yet it's such a seemingly straightforward endeavour, fraught with difficulty. The challenge for me now is our minds, extraordinary in their complexity, are perpetually adrift between the echoes of what was and the whispers of what may be. The human brain, a marvel of evolution, is wired for anticipation and memory. Tools have ensured our survival, but have also tethered our consciousness to timeframes that elude the immediacy of our experience. In this digital age, the challenge is magnified by the relentless pace of life, where multitasking is not just a skill, but a necessity. And the constant barrage of notifications, messages, and information pulls us further away from the richness of the present moment. The illusion of multitasking in the modern world has fostered a myth of productivity that champions the ability to do multiple things at once. However, in splitting our attention, we diminish our capacity to engage deeply with any single task or moment, leading to a fragmented experience of life. The lure of our digital devices, for all their benefits, serve as portals to the endless streams of distraction. With the world at our fingertips, we are paradoxically pulled away from the world directly before our eyes, detaching us from the immediacy of our surroundings and our experiences, the weight of the past and the future. Our minds, often ensnared by past regrets or future anxieties, struggle to anchor us in the current moment. The temporal dislocation can rob us of the joy and potential inherent of the now, leaving us adrift in a sea of what ifs and onlys. Did me? I have a fog in my throat. I wasn't a cock in my throat, no, it's a fog. Techniques are embracing at the now. Mindfulness meditation. No one believes me when I start to do this yet. Literally, meditating is the best. Rooted in ancient practice and supported by modern psychology, mindfulness meditation encourages us to observe our thoughts and sensations without attachment or judgment. Setting aside time each day for mediation can enhance our ability to return to the present moment, aiding in emotional regulation for stress reduction. Focused attention. Engage in activities that require your full attention, whether it's like a hobby, like painting, playing a musical instrument, or even immersive tasks like gardening or cooking, activities that absorb your focus and can help tether your mind to the now. Digital detoxes. Designate periods of each day or week where digital devices are set aside, creating space for time that are free from the pull of emails and social media. People know I do this because I don't answer the phone to them. And in instant messages, we don't have to turn notifications off for them. These periods can serve as sanctuaries for presence, allowing us to reconnect with our immediate environment and the people around us. Gratitude practices. Cultivating gratitude by taking the time each day to reflect and appreciate what we are thankful for in our present set can anchor us in the now, and can be done through journaling and simply taking a moment to mentally acknowledge these elements of our lives. Mindful breathing. Breathing is so important. When you find yourself adrift in thoughts of the past or future, bring your focus back to the breath. The act of taking the slow, deliberate breaths serves as an anchor, drawing your consciousness back to your present moment. It's a simple yet profoundly effective technique that can be employed anywhere, anytime. Living in the now is neither an escape from reality nor a denial of the complexities of life. It is rather a fully engaged embrace of the existence, a commitment to the richness of life that unfolds in each moment. It is the now that we find the space to connect deeply with ourselves and others, to savor the beauty of the world around us, and to engage in our experiences in a way that brings meaning and joy to our existence. Through patience and persistence, the art of living in the now not only becomes accessible, but transforms into a wellspring of tranquility and vitality in the tumultuous sea of the modern life. Now, with that in mind, living the now is very important, and it's very difficult when you've got people like Christopher Smith, whoever he is, or any other people, but I don't really want to name them, given their time. Now, I'm normally talking about female narcissists. I'm going to talk about people who are behaving badly. But then, obviously, being asked if I'm a narcissist or got me thinking, I've always got this radar on. So, male narcissists in the workplace can exhibit a broad range of behaviours, especially when interacting with colleagues and other males. These behaviours are driven by their need for admiration, very much like Christopher Smith, a sense of superiority, and often a desire to maintain or enhance their own status. When a male narcissist targets another male colleague, the following behaviors may be observed. Not definitely, but maybe. Dominance and intimidation. They might try to assert dominance over their male colleagues, such as this Christopher Smith has done here. Intimidation tactics such as belittling them in front of others. Overtly criticizing their work or ideas, or using aggressive body language. If they're trolling you, there's going to be aggressive words. Competitiveness. Narcissists are inherently competitive and may engage in behaviors designed to overshadow or undermine achievements of their colleagues. This could include taking credit to others' work, exaggerating their own contributions, or downplaying the success of their peers. Definite manipulation. They may use manipulation tactics to influence or control their male colleagues. This could involve gaslighting, as we experienced, making them doubt their own reality or judgment, spreading rumours or lies about them, or attempting to turn others against them. That's something they do quite well. Exclusion. Narcissistic individuals might exclude their target from important meetings, discussions, or social gatherings, aiming to isolate them and undermine their position. Jealousy. A narcissist perceives another male colleague as a threat to their status or success. They may react with overt or covert jealousy. This can manifest as passive-aggressive comments, attempts to sabotage the colleague's projects, or efforts to tarnish their reputation. They will have a lack of empathy. They may show little to no concern for their feelings or needs or interests of their own colleagues. This could result in insensitive comments, unrealistic demands on others' time or efforts, and a gradual disregard for the impact of their behaviour on those around them. Superiority and of entitlement. Narcissistic individuals, we know, often as though they are superior to others and entitled to special treatment. In the workplace, this might involve expecting preferential treatment from managers. I'll play that. That's what happens. That's what happens. Demanding more than their fair share of resources or attention, or dismissing the contributions and opinions of their colleagues. It's important to remember that these behaviours can be subtle or overt and may not be immediately recognisable as abusive or commanding. Additionally, not everyone who displays some of these behaviours is a narcissist. However, if you're dealing with a colleague who frequently exhibits these behaviours and is, impacting your life and well-being at work, it might be helpful to seek advice from HR professionals. HRBP to HR directors are especially good to try and get on with if you can try and have extra amounts of head with them and that sort of stuff. Because else, when you get in trouble, they can call you and let you know that's happening beforehand. Navigating the choppy waters of office politics can occasionally feel akin to steering through the stormy seas of ancient mess, where the looming presence of a male narcissist in the workplace is not unlike encountering a modern-day Cyclops, imposing, single-minded and utterly convinced of his own supremacy. A grand entrance. Imagine a colleague who sweeps into meetings like the Shakespearean king, entering his court, dominating discussions with the gusto of the actor taking the centre stage. This man is a maestro of words, spinning tales of his own brilliance with the skill of a seasoned bard. Yet beneath the veneer of charisma lurks a keen desire to outshine and overshadow, to ensure that every spotlight, no matter how small, reflects his image alone. The puppet master. He is the Houdini of manipulation. A puppet master with pulling the strings in the shadows. With the grace of a chess grandmaster, he calculates his moves, turning colleagues against one another with rumours as sharp as daggers, while all maintaining an aura of innocence. Like a magician, he directs the audience's attention where he wants it. leaving his male colleagues bewildered and questioning their own reality. The joust of jealousy. Then comes the joust, medieval tournament of swords, where our narcissistic knight perceives any colleague with a rising stock as a rival to be vanquished. He masks his envy with the finesse of a court jester, using mockery and sabotage as his lances, aiming them with precision at the armor of his unsuspecting opponent, hoping to unseat them from their steed of success, the Tower of Isolation. In his quest for dominance, he constructs towers of isolation, casting spells of exclusion that banish his male colleagues to the metaphorical forest of obscurity, away from the round table of important discussions. Here, in the shadow of his towering presence, they become spectators in their narratives, watching from the fringes as he waves a tapestry that centers him in every narrative, the monarch of the boardroom. Behold the emperor with no clothes, strutting through the ballroom with an air of superiority, draped in the cloak of entitlement. He demands and of adoration, as though he were royalty, bestowing favours with the expectation of demanding a tribute of respect and recognition, while offering little in return but the privilege of basking in his reflected glory. The path forward. Navigating the presence of such a character in the workplace requires the wisdom of Solomon and the patience of a Job. It's a delicate dance akin to walking a tightrope across the chasm, balancing between maintaining one's dignity and surviving the mechanisms of the workplace narcissist. To thrive, one must don the armor of self-awareness, wield the shield of professional boundaries, and, well, brandish the sword of assertiveness, safeguarding one's own well-being against the onslaught of narcissistic machinations. Seeking the counsel of mentors akin to visiting the oracle can illuminate paths through the dark forest. In the end, surviving and thriving amid the presence of a male narcissist colleague is a journey of, well, endurance, resilience, and cunning, a true test of one's mettle in the ever-challenging arena of the modern workplace. So, fair traveller, tread wisely and armour up, and may the winds of fortune guide you safely through these turbulent waters. As our tale unfolds, we, in the shadow of the corridors of the office realm, where intrigue and ambition intertwine like vines in an enriched, enchanted forest. Our intrepid hero, that's you, dear audience, must navigate the perils that lie in the wake of the male narcissistic colleague, a veritable dragon hoarding his treasure of dominance and recognition. The enchanted mirror. In his quest of supremacy, our office dragon often gazes into an enchanted mirror, seeking validation for his grandiose self-image. This magical looking glass, however, is not one of glass and silver, but this of social media and public accolades, reflecting a distorted image of invincibility and unmatched brilliance. Like Narcissus of the ancient lore, he is entranced, unable to see beyond his own reflection and the collaborative magic of his team that lies just beyond his reach. The Minotaur's Labyrinth. Our hero finds himself in the labyrinth complexity of the office politics, where each turn might bring him face to face with the Minotaur, a creature of formidable ego and aggression. Navigating this maze requires not only strength, but a cunning understanding the Minotaur's weaknesses. Remember, the beast may be powerful, but he is also predictable. Driven by the need for admiration and dominance, you know what to do with this. Clever strategies such as aligning self with allies and using tactful vision can guide you safely through past his lair. The portion of resilience amidst these trials, our hero discovers a potent elixir. The potion of resilience, brewed from the essence of self-confidence, supporting networks and professional boundaries. This magical concoction empowers our hero to withstand the fiery breath of the office dragon and the disorienting illusions of the enchanted mirror. Each sip strengthens the spirit, fortifies the will, and rejuvenates the weary soul. enabling continued journeying through the most treacherous of landscapes. The fellowship of the office. No knight errant is in an island, and our hero is no exception. The fellowship of the office, a band of colleagues bound by mutual respect and shared goals, becomes an invaluable ally. Together, they weave the tapestry of support and camaraderie, turning individual threads into strong, resilient fabric, capable of resisting the mechanics of the workplace dragon. In this fellowship, our hero finds the strength of numbers, and the shared laughter becomes the light in the darkness, dispelling shadows of doubt and isolation. The quest for the Holy Grail. Finally, the ultimate quest in this fabled land of office politics is not for power or domination, but for the Holy Grail of meaningful work and professional fulfillment. This sacred chalice, elusive and highly coveted, is said to grant satisfaction and purpose to those who partake in its bounty. Our hero learns that the path of his grail is not through conquest or subjugation, but through mastery of one's own talents, collaboration with others, and the pursuit of excellence for the common good. Our tale draws to a close for our intrepid victim. Remember, the office realm, with all of its dragons and labyrinths, is also a land of untold adventure and opportunity. Armed with resilience, bolstered by fellowship, and guided by the quest of fulfillment, our hero raced forward, finally to face new challenges and embrace the myriad stories yet to be told. And so, joy can journey ever onward towards the horizons of personal growth and professional achievement. In the realm of office politics and beyond, may your path be ever true. In the grand theatre of existence, where the earth is but a stage, and we, its fleeting players, it behooves us to ponder the role of man in this cosmic performance. Stoicism, the vulnerable philosophy born of ancient wisdom, invites us to a quiet room away from the cacophony of modern life. Relentless pursuits to reflect upon the essence of our being and nature of our journey. Life, in its complexity, unfolds before us like an ancient scroll, written in the ink of our choices and the parchment of time. We stand amidst the whirlwind of progress, where technology extends our reach to the stars while drowning our souls in the heaviness of our existent contemplation. As modern individuals, we navigate the labyrinth, more intricate and deadliest than could ever have been conceived. An interwoven fabric of digital connections, societal expectations, and personal aspirations. Yet, beneath this veneer of advancement and achievement lies the enduring quest for meaningful and tranquility. Stoicism, like a beacon in the tempest, illuminates the path not of withdrawal, but of engagement, an engagement with life that is mindful, virtuous, and deeply attuned to the nature of things. It teaches us that while we cannot command the winds of fate, we can hold the power of adjust the sails and to navigate the treacherous waters of existence with equanimity and resolve. Consider the Stoic view of control, segmented nearly into its two spheres, that which we can influence and that which lies beyond our grasp. This delineation, simply yet found, challenges us to confront the reality of our limitations and the freedom inherent in accepting them. As modern beings, we are often seduced by the illusion of control, believing us masters of the universe, only to be humbled by the capricious whims of the chance and the illimitable laws of nature. Emotions, those tempestuous seas, are navigated by us, the Stoic, with steady hands on the tiller. We are concealed, not suppressed or denied our feelings, but to understand their source, discern their merit, and ultimately to choose our response with wisdom and composure. In this arena, the modern man finds them a challenge most pertinent to stand in the eye of the storm amidst the pressures and anxieties of the contemporary life and choose virtue and to choose rationality, to choose peace. The Stoic's ambition is not for wealth nor for fleeting pleasures, whom neither are spurned outright. but for something more elusive and infinitely more valuable. Eudaimonia, a state of flourishing rooted in the virtue of harmonious living. The pursuit transcends the boundaries of time and culture, resonating with the soul of man in the digital age, as it did in Agora of Athens. It is a reminder that despite our technological past, despite our mastery over the elements and our explorations into the fabric of reality, we remain human, bound by the same quest for meaning, purpose, and connection that has guided our species since the immemorial. In contemplation, then, let us find solace in the wisdom of those who have walked this path before us. Let us embrace the stoic patience of reflection, not as an escape from the world, but as a means to engage with it more fully, more meaningfully, and more virtuously. Remembering that always that life in its essence is impairment, a fleeting moment in the vast expanse of eternity. Thus, as modern Stoics, we journey forth, carrying the torch of reason and virtue, ever mindful of the role we play in this grand cosmic force, seeking not the applause of the masses, but the quiet approval of a life well lived in harmony with nature, with others, and else. In this pursuit, we find not only tranquility, but the very essence of what it means to be truly alive in here and now. For setting boundaries and protecting yourself from the end, you will live forever, never be sad again, because everything is a lesson. How long have we got for? We done? Can we do it now? I want you to do some meditating. Why not? That's the meditate version. That's where we need to be. And if you have nothing nice to say nothing. Say nothing. That's all I've got to say. Until next time, if you're going through family court, you're going through some shit. And I trust me, there's people. I've got someone who's not been in court for 2 years, and then social services is back on the case now. Still not got a court date, but we're getting there. We've got two people waiting for divorces that seems to just disappear and fall down the back of the sofa. I've all sorts of crap there. But this is not down to my doings. It's down to family court, and it's down to how well organised the whole setup is in family court. And on that note, I will leave you be. Peace and love. Light as love.